So the first thing we want to do is create all of our variables. Go up to Project, Variables, and we're going to create a bunch in this example. Let's create an amount 1, an amount 2, an amount 3, an amount 4, and an amount 5, since we're adding 5 things together. We're also going to have to create some additional variables we'll get into in a minute. Subtotal 1, subtotal 2, subtotal 3, amount total, and grand total. That should be good. Now we need to enter our text entry boxes. So since we're adding 5 things, we're going to go ahead and create 5 text entry boxes. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this submit button since we're going to use our own button. So we have box number 1. I'm just going to copy and paste these. There's 3. There's 4. And 5. I'm going to go ahead and select all of them and make sure they are left aligned using our alignment toolbar. And I also want to distribute them vertically to make sure they're spaced out evenly. Next, I'm going to associate each text entry box with its variable. So the first gets amount 1, second gets amount 2, third gets amount 3, fourth gets amount 4, and finally the fifth gets amount 5. Now let's go ahead and create a button that will trigger our advanced action. Go ahead and move this down here. I'm going to go ahead and change the name, or the label actually, to Calculate. And I'm also going to insert the variable to show the grand total once we go ahead and click on that Calculate button. So I'm going to go to Insert Variable, and that's going to be our grand total. I'm going to name this total, and I'm going to make it invisible since we don't want to see it until we actually click on the button. So let's take a look at the advanced action. We're just going to do a very simple standard action. We'll name it Calculator. We're going to use an expression. A little tip, when you're using these drop-down menus, if you just hit the first letter of where you think you need to be, such as expression, I just tapped the E key 3 times and it went straight to it. So our expression is going to be subtotal 1 is equal to amount 1 plus amount 2. Let's go ahead and create another expression. Again, I will tap E 3 times. You can see expression comes up. This time we want to do subtotal 2 is equal to amount 3 plus amount 4. And another expression, subtotal 3 is equal to amount 5 plus, now since we only have 5 objects, we've already added them all together, so I'm just going to use a literal here, and a literal will have the value of 0 since we don't need to add anything to it since that's the last amount. Now, let's go ahead and add these subtotals. I'm going to add another expression. So my amount total will be equal to subtotal 1 plus subtotal 2. My next expression will be my grand total is equal to my amount total plus the only remaining amount, which is subtotal 3. And then once I click on that button, I'm going to want to show. I'm going to hit S to go to show. And oh, looks like I didn't name my text box, so let me go ahead and delete this. I'm going to save this. We'll go back to the text box. I'll call it total. Go back to our advanced action. Click S for show. And there's our total. We're going to hit update. Now let's see if it works. All right, we'll just start something simple. We'll do 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And when I hit calculate, the answer should be 5. Uh-oh, so what happened? I'll tell you exactly what happened. We forgot to add the advanced action to the calculate button. A lot of times it's very easy to look over those simple things. But if that's the first thing you should always check. If your advanced action is not actually performing what it should be, make sure that the trigger is actually happening. So here I've selected advanced actions on success, run my calculator advanced action, so let's try it again. Let's try that again. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 should give us 5, the correct answer. Thanks for watching, guys.